Boom, 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 and we back. This is your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour. We're back another week, and speaking of week, I know I look crazy right now for two things. A, I don't have my overlay. You guys can see that, and B, my lighting is off, so you guys get to see my true complexion. Anyway, shouts out to everyone that's watching live. Yeah, this is episode 131 of the Enigma Sept Hour. And for my podcast listeners, what you just heard was my man Ashton Martin with Grow Up, which apparently in my notes I spelled growth up. I don't know why. Maybe because my man just dropped this project. Grow 4, available on all DSPs right now. So shouts out to my man Ashton Martin. Those watching the live, you can peek. I got the shirt on, Ashton Martin Entertainment. Shouts out to Ashton and Daikiria. And my man One Drew. I can't forget One Drew. You know what I'm saying? They was actually in Tally last night performing over at VHS. Shouts out to the Beast. All right, let me stop all the clapping. Oh, yo, my computer said, yo, you gonna give my dog his props. The Beast is gonna get his props, which he deserves, man. But yeah, man, shouts out to my people. I know you guys eat. Why weren't you in attendance? I ain't trying to get in trouble with nobody. I'm spoken for, and I got to make sure that she ain't looking at me crazy. And then also too, I had the Princess this weekend, so yeah, you saw the Instagram. Y'all saw what it is, man. I'm not finna leave in the middle of the night. Maybe once she get older, maybe I feel bolder. But not right now. No, I'm not leaving my baby at home. You know, she'll be in the care of her stepmother, which is fine. But nah. Sorry, I don't love you Negroes like that. I'm staying with my baby and my baby. How about that? Anyway, so rude. What else happened, man? Shouts out to M3. I gotta get everybody flowers today. Yeah, everybody they flowers today. My man M3 had to catch my vibe. Yeah, catch my vibe tour. You know what I mean? According to him on Instagram. Let me say this. Wait I can't even say it. Let's just say I asked Felicia to give me a Coke from a certain restaurant, and it's weak because I can't. My throat is all jacked up, and it shouldn't be. So, yeah, man, do a lot of smacking. We can't clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Oh, you segue with my old man card, huh? I should know that song, being that I was in high school in the late 90s. I'm tripping. Anyway, Catch My Vibe tour, hosted by M3 DJ Narcissus. Shout out to DJ Narcissus. Man, really is a narcissist. It's a fitting name, but he cool though. That's my bro. But the name is fitting. I got an interview on one day. I'm telling you. You can be like, yeah, he being true to himself. But that's my dog, man, and he ill. So shouts out to DJ Narcissus. But yeah, what Facey was out there. I saw that. Remy Rasclass. Sorry, bro. Dear Liport, I don't know who that is, unfortunately. Rothoro, you know what I mean? Della 2 Dope, MC Insight. I love that name. So yeah, man. So just springtime, little sis. You know what I mean? She's like, hold on, you call me little sis. I'm a whole mother out here. Who you? She's gonna hit me with a Scorpio vibe. Who you calling little sis? I'm a grown woman. Little sister. My old ass. Anyway, so shouts out, man, M3. Shouts out to the beat. Shouts out to Ashton Martin, man. The whole team. Everybody doing things. We open. We are open. That's another reason why I couldn't go out, because I ain't gonna be open till Monday. Pause. Yo, because now anyone 40 and over in Florida can get their shots come Monday. Yo, I'm in the old man cat. What, bruh? How they gonna put me in the old people category? After April 5th, everyone 18 and above, all adults. When I became, I ain't got no AARP card yet. What you mean 40 and over, bro? Y'all wilding. y'all tripping. Speaking of wilding, you know what? I ain't even do it. I ain't even introduce my guest this week. Because it's not relevant. It's not even relevant. It's irrelevant. Yeah, I saw the flight. Anyway, man. Yeah, my man Pat Irvine will be in the building. Got to introduce my dog. Yo, hey, honestly, y'all know who Pat is? I'm talking to Pat every week. I guess that's the thing. If you've been listening and watching and wondering who's this ghost named Pat that I'm always talking to through the podcast, you guys will actually get to see him if you haven't traveled through any of the other Freedom Train Radio podcasts. Like, he has like 3 on here, I think. If you're familiar with Freedom Train Radio, you know exactly who Pat is. But for the very few people who strictly listen to the Enigma Sept Hour, you're going to see the face of Pat for the first time. I've got him on the board. And I wish I could pause this so I can pause it. I should have a we'll be right back sign. That would be funny. Yo, that would be funny. I'm trying to think. What if I had I can put the 30-second. Oh, you guys want to see it? Those in podcasts, you guys are like, yo, can you get to the topics? I'm not here for you to be chatting about what you're doing visually. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna put the 30-second clip so I can get my like. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm just gonna wait till Pat get here. Not gonna do you guys like that. Anyway, man, let's get to it though. Let's get to it. This week, looked like one of the big splashes for this week musically was Ron Wave. No pun intended. Ron Wave released his new project, Soulfly. It for the old heads. I know the Jits love Ron Wave. Rod Wave. That was an old man thing. What's his name? The One Wave? One Rave. Yeah, I went to raves and I was a Jit. It's Rod Wave, sir. But for the old people who like, what's Rod Wave? Rod Wave is basically PM done without the hippie shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you take away the I love myself and everything that's around, want to know why the rain comes down. Like, imagine if you took the fat guy from PM Dunn, may he rest in peace, and add some Florida stuff to it. So it was like, imagine if the rain came down, all the jits, pow, 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 pow. Like, it was just that remix of every PM Dunn song. Because all his stuff is like hella melancholy, which for me kind of works. I'm a melancholy kind of guy. Maybe not for 20 tracks. And not when, you sit there just like, you are seriously harmonizing about having people shooting down other people for you. Like, at least Bone Thugs and Harmony did it, but they did it in the sense of like, yo, we may worship the devil. You may not know. La, 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 la. Like this dude is like, I'm in my feelings and my mother doesn't love me, but I got those guys go out and get the AK-47 and shoot you niggas down though. What? Are you depressed because they're shooting people down? Are you depressed? So your mom doesn't love you, so you're singing these lullabies. But yet you got shooters in the back. Pause. Okay then. If that's the wave that Rod is on, then let's have it. Yo, man. It was all right though. It was all right. My takeaway, the beats ain't gonna front. Like I think he got the beats from SoundCloud. I swear. No, like I'm not trying to doo-doo on his album. It's a decent album. It's okay. It's listenable. And every now and then he'll hit a melody or a harmony or whatever you want to call it. That's pretty dope. But no, like literally, bro, like one of the songs, I swear I heard the beat on SoundCloud. It sounded like a beat that I was like really interested in when I was making my last project. And like I was like, wait. But it's like someone took that beat and he just added some extra stuff on it. And he just did a single or whatever. But I'm like, yo, is he really singing over SoundCloud beats, bro? Like, I know this beat. I know it. I am familiar. Sorry for those in the comments. I just been ignoring y'all. It's just Joe. Joe's in the comments for those on YouTube, in YouTube land. If you want to read Joe's comments, because he want to be the face of Freedom Train Radio. But he's not. Sorry. Oh, nobody see that cup. They're gonna shut down my whole YouTube just showing that cup. But no, sorry, Joe. That's Shelby and Candace. Because they actually look like something. The rest of us, no, we don't. Ain't nobody trying to see you, Joe. I told y'all Joe think he's pretty. Joe thinks he's pretty. I used to be pretty. I had a good little run. I think between like 2009 to 2012, maybe. I was pretty around that time. Pat is actually coming into himself. How about that? Pat may be the prettiest person on Freedom Train Radio at the end of the day. One day, eventually. He's actually progressing. Cliff just pretty because he around famous people. And that's probably the truest statement I'm gonna make through all of this right now. Because Cliff literally knows famous people. Literally. No, he's interviewing famous people on his shows. Like literally. And Shelby and Candace. I mean, Candace so pretty. She make other people pretty. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Like shoot. You know what I mean? She make other people pretty. You see these strands. Anyway, same for Shelby. You know what I'm saying? Throw Shelby to the side. Add Shelby in there too. No, Shelby my sis though. What we got, man? Speaking of pretty people, yo. Speaking of pretty people, check this out. If you are homo or transphobic, you may want to fast forward just a bit because we're gonna get into some things. And if you're sensitive to that, actually, I don't even want you watching my show if you are homophobic or transphobic. So screw that. Just stop downloading my stuff. Stop listening to me if you are afraid or have a problem with gay people. That pause was for effect, so you understand that I'm serious. Anyway, back to the shenanigans. Lil Nas X dropped a video for "Call Me by Your Name" and has caused all types of shenanigans on the tip of my tongue, but I can't use shenanigans. Not all types of, not even drama, just craziness. I think he had 24 million views, which is on par for Lil Nas X, rather, not to get confused with Nas' little son, Knight. That's Lil Nas. Lil Nas X is what's it? I forgot the name of the song. Old Time Road. Old Time. I sing it. I'm on YouTube. They ain't finna get me, Universal. But yeah, man. Mans is giving a lap dance to Satan. Let me say that again. He's giving a lap dance to Satan and rubbing on his nipple. Like he flicks on Satan's nipple, even though it's kind of weird because Satan just stands there like he's afraid or something. I don't understand why. You're the king of darkness, Lucifer. Are you you just stuck like, I can't move his Lil Nas X? You're Lucifer. Yo, used to sing for God, bro. Like, you scared of Lil Nas X? You move. Anyway. Then on top of that, the video drops. I'm gonna get back to the video. But then apparently Lil Nas X is endorsing or the salesperson for a shoe line called Satan Shoes. And it's purported that these shoes would have each pair of shoes. So I think it's 666. Obvious. 666 pairs will be released. And each pair of shoes will have a drop of blood, like in the soul or in the soul. No pun intended. I'm booing myself. Anyway, so apparently the shoes are going for like a G or so. Yeah. So Twitter was up in a roar, up in flames. You guys don't like my puns? Look, I can't tell you to do that. Stop it. Yo, but for real, no. Apparently the shoe's supposed to have a drop of blood in each pair. So yeah, so all the religious zealots was like, see, America's going to hell. But we ain't go to hell for Donald Trump. Bill Clinton for that matter. So yeah, it was all right, cool. No, the thing that got me though, man, my critique over the whole thing is the video. Now I wasn't tripping on him. Like, he was like, forgive me if this is a thing or if I'm misspeaking, but he was like hella flamboyant. And I don't know if some people use flamboyant as a slur, so I'm not using it as a slur. Like, he was just like, that's how bad he was, super gay. Like, he was like, he was on a pole, like flipping around and stuff. Like, he was like really in his feminine bag, which is like, okay, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that got me was, like, in real life, I haven't really, outside of the whole breast thing, I haven't seen Lil Nas X be like super flamboyant. Like, if it was, can't think of somebody. What's the actor that got the little thing with a hat that comes like that wore a dress to the Oscars or something? Like, if it was him, I'd be like, all right, that's on brand on what he does. Lil Nas X just come off like this goofy dude. You know what I mean? Like, so doing all of that was just like, what the world? Like, dude, you a troll. But then dawned on me, that's it. He's trolling. He's doing all of this just to get a rise out of people. It's a pun. It's a pun. You can't rise out of hell. Jeez. But anyway, if you're interested, you can go check out the video on YouTube. It's really colorful. It's really the song is pretty. It's decent. Not a bad song. Not a bad song. Not a bad video. Outside of just, I won't believe Satan won't be able to move. Lil Nas X dancing on him. Yo, man, I spent way too much time on that. I wasn't even going to talk about that until I saw the video 2 hours ago. Anyway, I'm gonna get into it, man. What's up with Joe Budden? Joe Budden podcast, yo. Man, it's been about 2 weeks. Rory and Mal has been absent from the podcast. Joe is drowning, apparently. At least that's what it looks like to other people. And ain't gonna front. I am a fan of the podcast. And I just want to give my 2 pieces. Real quick, because there's stuff we gotta talk about. Basically, I mean, for those who know, if you don't know, don't care, yeah, you can fast forward. I don't care about Joe Budden podcast. Listen to your podcast, Enigma. Thank you. I do think I'm more interesting. And this is why it's the Enigma Sept Hour. You just see me, buddy. I don't have to worry about drama from any co-host. That's how you do it. But nah, man, my synopsis is I think Rory, I haven't seen an announcement. I don't know if this is true, but I think he lost his girl because he doesn't talk about being engaged anymore. And that was a big thing because of those who know, he proposed to his girl at the, was it Rock Grammy brunch or something? Rock Nation brunch. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. I'm pretty sure he had to go to Jay-Z or somebody in Jay-Z's camp and asked to do that. So he must really been serious. And for that to break apart, had to be a big thing. So my thinking is his girl broke up with him, probably due to the podcast and or Joe. And I think that's why there's been tension in the camp. And I think Rory's just ready to go and move on. Probably because everything reminds him of that life when he was engaged and him losing his girl. And 2, he's 30 years old, and I think he just want to be able to move around. But the podcast keeps him grounded. And I think the problem is that for Joe, that works. You know, he's 40 years old. He has a new son, a newer son. You know, he has a son that's in college, which he probably got to pay for. And, you know what I'm saying, he got a 3 or 4 year old son. So he's settled. I'm in New York. I love it here. I ain't trying to go nowhere. My family's here. Boom, boom, boom. I think Rory's just like, yo, I'm ready to go. And I think that's what's been the tension. I think that's why Rory been trying to go after Joe's neck, because he feel like Joe is the reason why he's stuck in life. And I think Joe is trying to fight to keep everything together because he's built everything around the podcast. But I think Rory's just like, I can't do it. So, and I think Mal, of course, the issue of, you know, whatever, however Joe came at Rory, I think Mal just like, I can't rock with that. If you do him like that, you'll do me like that. And I ain't finna go out like no sucker. So there you have it. My thinking is, I think Mal will be back. Even though I do think Mal is closer to Rory's feeling. I think they both just want to be able to mill about, especially now the pandemic is simming down a little bit. You know, got the vaccine, so I think they're ready to fly. And I think Joe is trying to keep them at bay. I think Mal will come back at least for another year or so, but I think Rory's going to be gone, honestly. So, yeah, man. But I will say this: Charlemagne need to shut up, because the thing is, the Breakfast Club was on the same tension. They was damn near broke up about 2 years ago. I remember it was times where if Charlemagne was on, Angela Yee wasn't on. If Angela Yee was on, Charlemagne wasn't on, because he had went and said some stuff about them or about her at some point. And I think DJ Envy just stood his ground because he figured, you know, words don't hurt me. But Angela Yee, it was beef. So, you know, Charlemagne want to take shots at Joe if he has. Like, it wouldn't make any sense, because like these things happen when you're in a group dynamic. And I think the only reason the Breakfast Club survives is because they're tied into a corporate entity, which is Clear Channel or iHeartRadio or whatever. But if they weren't, like Joe Budden them, there probably would be a situation of them just not showing up, because you don't have someone as a overhead that's gonna essentially force you to do it out of contract or lawyers or whatever. So that's my take on that. So if you're a fan of that podcast, my suggestion would be just get ready for the change, bro. And I think Joe has been alluding to that, especially with his last episode. So just be prepared for the change. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It was a good run as far as them together. But things evolved. Hell, I hope I evolve. I have evolved. Hang on. Go to episode 2. Hell, go to episode 0.5. The very first one. This is evolved, except for the lighting. I was about this dark. My lighting was this bad. In the first episode of the Enigma Sept Hour. Of the new Enigma Sept Hour. Let me rephrase, because hey, man, shoot. The very first Enigma Sept Hour, there wasn't no video. It wasn't going live. What you talking about? Yo, of course, I got to get into it, man. I got to get into it. Y'all know. I got to speak on the Derrick Jaxn stuff. Y'all, I know y'all tired. I got something different, though. So don't trip. I'm not finna be y'all in the petty stuff and whatever. My thing is just this, though. I really ain't trying to take no shots at nobody, but if the shoe fit, wear it. I'm really trying to figure out why these dudes out here are really pressed or were pressed about Derrick Jaxn. Straight up. Like, I had seen dude on Instagram, whatever, and I peeped game. I knew what he was doing. I knew he was simping, if you will. Just telling ladies what they want to hear. Man, what is that? It used to be a song. Tell them what they want to hear. Tell them what they want to hear. Man, that used to be my joint. That was like, what, 05? I don't even know who sing that song. That joint was, ooh. Anyway, throwback. But yeah, man, Derrick Jaxn told the people, all the ladies, what they wanted to hear, and that's what it was. I just don't understand why dudes, man, were so pressed. Because when everything happened, all this happened, to me, those were like the first people that was like celebrating this. Before the blogs and everybody caught on, it was, oh, I'm glad he got caught. He was out here telling women that we won shit. Glad he got caught. It was like, why? Like, no, what that man did to you? Why he got you so pressed, bro? That man is out here doing his thing. He felt like, yo, I can do this, get some attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little buff, look like a little Nigerian model. You tell the ladies, yo, your man or your ex-man was wrong and you were right. Oh, well, it worked for him. But niggas was really pressed. They was really mad at this fool. I'm glad he got caught. Why you glad? What? But then again, like, it's almost like a role reversal, because if you thinking he was simping, turns out he wasn't simping. He was running game. You mad? You glad now because he got caught running game? I thought that's what you wanted. Like, because you was mad because he was simping. Now you find out he wasn't simping. I'm glad he got caught. Now you sound like him. Like, it's a role reversal. Like, niggas was happy. Celebrating. Yeah. That's what y'all get for listening to him. You sound like him. Or to simp him. Now that we know it's a pimp him. You like here pimping, but you was mad because you thought he was simping. So what is it, fellas? Y'all gotta relax, dog. For me, the whole joke was just funny. I was just here for the memes. I really didn't like that people were taking stuff so serious. Oh, why y'all going after his wife? Why are you going after his wife? Chill, man. You know, shout out to my sister Drill. She gonna be mad. It's not a shot at you, Drill. I love you. You know what I'm saying? But guys, I've seen this in other places too. Like, I'm gonna wear a bonnet to represent the women who don't look the best. It's like, Stop. It's not that serious. These people ain't even famous for real. Not like for real, for real. Jeez, this man, I ain't seen this man on TV. Probably until now. Like, you probably see him on TV now, but I ain't even seen this man on TV. Y'all, this is a fight. Like, no. Man got caught up. Right, rocking the bun. Y'all was rocking the bonnets anyway. Jeez. But I was here for all the memes. I was here for all of the like comedic actors. Shouts out to Big Jaw. I think he was the first one I saw to jump on it. Damn. Oh, as far as yeah, what's up, Tasha? I mean, yeah, he wasn't. That man ain't famous, y'all. Your boy got caught up. That's who I would be tripping on. What's the white boy name? The white boy who he don't act black, but he was on Think Like a Man of all movies. How about that? Like, I'm surprised ain't been nobody tripping on that. That's the he famous. He been on the movie. Y'all worrying about some internet dude that was giving some not so lame advice. I ain't gonna front. He was actually some of this stuff was he was kind of on point. These niggas dogs, but shut up, E. Anyway, yeah, man. But y'all leave them people alone. Leave them people alone. It's nothing. Honestly, I mean, to me, it looked like they had already got everything situated anyway. So it was kind of like everything was calmed down. She figured out whatever love came back. You know, he continued doing what he was doing, hoping that nothing would happen because I do believe he's a narcissist. Charlemagne, throwing at a glass house. But I really come off like I don't like Charlemagne. Charlemagne cool with me, but he inconsistent. Anyway, and then I think this came out and he had to play damage control. And I think because he's just an internet guy, like he doesn't know how to play damage control. He doesn't have a whole team around him to say, hey, yo, maybe you shouldn't do this. Or maybe you shouldn't say that. Or maybe this would look this way if you do this. You know, therefore, the video with him and his wife, that's why she looked crazy. He looked crazy with the hand grip because he probably doesn't have, I mean, he may, I don't know. If he has a publicist, they should be fired. But that's how I peeped it. I was like, I saw that video, like I knew exactly what everyone was going to see. And in that, I was like, this fool doesn't have someone to tell him how he looks. This is very amateurish. Like I peeped that out. So I knew the jokes were coming, but just that. Like, stop taking it serious. All these think tanks and what does this really mean? And what about black luck? Like, stop. Man got famous. Got the coochie thrown his way. He got weak. Turns out he was right. Niggas ain't shit. Anyway, I'm going to the next track, man. Try to turn on this light and then have my guest on. So right now, I got my man killing it right now. Killing it. Little bro out here doing it. Pause. King Red with Thor Rack. We'll be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby. Oh, shoot. Boom, 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 and we back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. This is your boy Enigma September. What you just heard was King Red. Throw a rack, throw your back in Iraq. WMDs or whatever Bush was talking about back in 04. But without further ado, speaking of throwing a rack, got my man Patrick Irvine in the building.
Throwing racks.
Got to throw money for real, bro?
I got $1 around here somewhere.
You know what? I think I got $1 too. Let me look.
I got some pills. I could throw some codeine.
No, sir. We are drug free. I got some. Y'all hear that money? Ooh, we about to take over. Colombian drug lords. I got the money.
Man. Has that money been drug tested for COVID?
You know what? Good question. It's not gonna matter. I'm gonna get this shot on Monday, and it's gonna be fine. I can go and cough on people again.
No, wait. That's not how that works, sir.
That's not how it works at all. Why hasn't the pandemic ended? You think we'll start coughing on people?
Works.
Yeah, we do promote drug use. What is it, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson? What's
Which
the other drug? I'm joking. I have no idea. All I know is apparently if you 40 and over on Monday, you can go and get the shot. And I was just upset that I was amongst that group. I'm like, yo, I'm part of the old people.
Yeah.
What is this?
High risk, bro. High risk.
Right. Actually, no. Fee told me I was part of like the second old people group because it was like, I guess you first 65 and over.
Yeah. Yeah. Why'd you choose why'd you make the decision to get it, if I could ask?
Just to be safe, I guess. I don't know. I care, but I'm not anti-vaccine, not those people.
Mm-hmm.
But flip side, like I'm gonna get a flu shot all the time. I never had the flu, so it's like, yeah, I'm pretty cool. But I just feel like it would be irresponsible, honestly, to not do it, and then especially not do it, and then end up being a carrier or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not one of the people that think like, oh, they're gonna turn into a zombie. Because if that was the case, my wife will be a zombie right now because she's fully vaccinated. So I'm gonna be in trouble either way. Either I become a zombie or she becomes a zombie. Or no, either I get sick and catch COVID-19 or she becomes a zombie and eat my brains out. One or the other is gonna I'm in trouble. So I'm probably go ahead and get the shots. We're gonna be zombies, we need to be zombies together. So
I was just curious because a lot of people feel a lot of type of ways about the shot. You know what I'm saying? Getting the shot, the vaccines, blah blah. I don't even know people that are anti-vaxxers that are like, I'm not getting that shot because we don't know enough, or we don't, like everybody has their own reasons. So I was just curious. You and I think my dad are one of the only people I know that have been like, I'm gonna go get the shot.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was cool that you said I'm gonna go get the shot. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, no, honestly, I think Fee would kick me out of the house if I did. Real talk. Fee would kick me out of the house.
you getting that shot.
Yeah, this is that or else. You can be single man status again. I don't want that life. I'm good.
You two new men on the M to be going back out on the S. No, that's cool. I get it.
Yeah, no, but no. Honestly, too. Like I said, we're gonna get off of it. I feel like with everybody and everything want to go back to normal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let me do my part. It's not like voting. Like I can sit here and say, oh, voting doesn't change anything, but it's like No, it may do something, even if on a local level. So let me just do my part. But I also know that it takes more than that. You know what I'm saying? Just like voting. You can go vote, but it takes more than voting for things to change. So it's like the least I can do is get the shot, and then be careful, be mindful, boom, boom. Plus, also too, shoot, I went back to work. I've been back to work for 2 months now, so ain't nobody up there. But
you are.
Yeah, it's like me. Like we had a fire drill like last week, and it was like 2 people out there. I was like, "Hey, you okay over there?"
You just social distancing in the fire drill. Okay,
right. Anyway, man, I don't spend 5 minutes talking about myself and taking a shot. We have Patrick Irvine, the head honcho. Yeah, I said it, Joe. Head honcho of Freedom Train Radio. This guy is the reason. Primarily, him and Joe are the reasons why we are even here listening to us right now. And also too, for those who may not happen to know, yes, this is the Pat that I speak through the podcast to all the time. So if you had to put a face or voice to Pat, here you go. So what's going on with you, man?
Not much, man. Let me say real quick. If people see me looking over here, that's because you know, if y'all ain't seen me before, I frequently had a camera set up one way and then the visuals be another way. And the intention be so that I can focus on whatever and not get caught up staring at people. But it don't ever work out like that.
Right.
Usually end up staring at something on screen. But
I get it because I do the same thing. Like honestly, I intentionally like look off screen, especially if I think I'm pretending like I'm talking to somebody. So I guess kind of one of the things of podcasting, especially like video podcasting, that you won't know if you video podcast.
Yeah, it's one of them little things you pick up about yourself. Because like even when I'm doing just like a straight up show, if there's a face on the screen, I find my eyes moving to the face. And if you're recording yourself, you can see it. And but trying to train yourself to talk at the camera is kind of like, it takes some taking. Yeah.
Like doing this right now, look what those are in YouTube land podcasts, y'all can't see it. But yeah, like right now, this is weird because I can't look into your eyes.
Right.
Like, looking at the little eyeball thing from that Rocket movie on ABC back in the 80s. You know what I'm talking about? It had a little worm.
I do.
What was it? The Final Navigator. What was the name of that crap? Navigator.
Name, but I know what you're talking about. But
that's why I feel like.
I'm good. We got to ring it all the way. But I'm good. In front of the camera ain't really my stilo. Joe kind of forced me in front of the camera. I was like, yo, we talk all the time. Let's do an audio podcast. And he been pushing since then, like 6 years ago now. We should do video. And I've been like, video. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm still in getting used to that. But no, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I got my drugs. You know what I'm saying? I got my, we got drugs over here. You know what I'm talking about? We got drugs over here. You know what I'm talking about? We got drugs over here. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I can keep it going. I can keep going.
You're kind of nuts right now.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We got drugs over here. So I'm feeling good. I'm living good. I'm sounding good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I ain't slept in about 48 hours. So, I got that delirious high going on too. Man, life is good. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain.
You one of them bills. Way things going. Yo. I mean, he ain't the perks. You probably got the
I got all kinds of stuff.
You've been up to it.
I can't reveal what I got on the air because then people might try to break in my home and get it. So
right. This is 2021.
Yeah, it's 2021.
I'm trying to
which is proven to be.
Somebody got in trouble. Somebody got in trouble for like crack, and I was just like, "Who?" I can't think who it was, but somebody got arrested for crack. I'm like, "Who gonna have crack in 2021?" No, like it was somebody like semi-famous.
Oh,
like I almost didn't believe the report. I'm like, "Don't nobody got no crack." they had like some Percocet. That makes sense, but who the hell smoking crack
in rock in 2021?
Right.
Bro, that drug usage up, man. Get with the times.
Right. That was like this gotta be a false report. This ain't that was planted by some old cop who don't know no better.
Don't know.
But retire and trying to get a drug.
Yo, people stopped processing crack cocaine 10 years ago now?
Right. It's like probably not even on a schedule. It's probably schedule 4. You don't care about that. Go on your way.
It's so old. They're calling it crack cocaine in the streets. Like they're using the you know what? Never mind. So, anyways,
yeah,
I think
yo, let me tell people, warn people. This is a warning. Yeah, me and Pat can talk for like 2-3 hours. Now, granted, this is the Enigma Sept Hour, so we're going to try to restrict it, but please understand. Which is odd because for those who don't know, I mentioned it before. Patrick is my cousin. But it's odd because he's my cousin-in-law, if you will. But like he definitely has that Nicholson gene. Because we can talk forever. I mean, it's a reason why I can do an hour podcast by myself. So
yeah, you're special because I can talk to people. I can't talk to myself for an hour.
Yeah. No, I can. I've done it. It's sad. But
I know. They're very entertaining too.
Yeah. But shouts out to my Uncle Marty. Shouts out to your mother and their marriage. So yeah, just give them their flowers. I ain't gonna front. I'll be on the fence because she's my Aunt Ruby, but I don't want to put the aunt, not out of disrespect, but just because she's so cool. I'm like, I don't want to. I was feel disrespectful calling the Aunt Ruby. Like, nah, me and your mom would vibe, even if she wasn't married to my uncle. Like, I would
call her Aunt Baby.
Call her Danya on some Spanish. Danya Baby.
Actually, she would like that. Actually, she would like that.
I believe it. I think I would do it. It's already Danya Baby.
Yeah, if I know how silly my mom's is, she would like that. She'd be like, well, "What that mean?" Okay.
Like, what's wrong with your nephew? What's wrong with him? Like, I think I told you, like, it's weird. Like, people call my Uncle Marty Ray. I'm like, I know that's his real name, but it's been weird. That's Marty.
Imagine how weird it is for us to hear Marty. Like,
right.
I don't even know where that come from.
We're on Facebook. We're on main page. I'm not gonna put this. He ain't gonna come after me. Yeah. If I wasn't on my main Facebook page right now.
All your people watching. You just been put everything on blast.
1968. Nah, I think it's his middle name. I think it's his middle name. So
you mean you don't know?
I don't even know. I could be wrong.
You got
Uncle Marty, if you watching. Uncle Ray, if you're watching, yeah, let me know. Yeah, I don't think. Matter of fact, I don't think I even knew his name was Ray until like high school or some crap.
You know, that's funny though. I got an auntie Honky, and I didn't realize her real name was what it was until like middle school or high school. Like it was like I was way too old to think that her name was Auntie Honky. while I was thinking that her name was Auntie Hunky. So adults, stop messing your kids up. Tell them the truth and then just tell them
This is absolutely right. I think I got you know it had to be trippy. We ain't even talking about nothing real right now. I'm sorry. The description of this podcast is gonna be trash because we ain't talking about nothing real.
Yeah, you just call it family dynamics. I don't know, bro. Like,
but no, what had to be weird is so my Uncle Ray, nickname is Marty, has nothing on my dad's nickname, which is Grandpa. So growing up,
I knew that.
Dad was Uncle Grandpa. And it wasn't weird to anybody. Like, only thing it done on me until like high school. I was like, wait, Uncle Grandpa.
Grandpa. That's what we doing. You know what? Yeah. No, I ain't got no jokes because your dad still scares me because I played on his football team for a little bit.
Oh,
growing up.
So you knew Coach Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I still have dreams about that day of practice. I think I was wide receiver and he was throwing the ball to me. And every time he threw it, he would throw it harder and harder and harder. And I had to catch it. Otherwise, I got in trouble. I don't even remember what the punishment was. Whoa. Catching the balls was punishment enough.
Hey,
I had hands, though. I'll tell you that. After that drill, I ain't trying nothing else for the rest of my life.
Build them calluses up. No, bro. Like, that was my childhood, dog. That story sounds way familiar because that was my childhood, bro. That was my childhood. Like, matter of fact, y'all got it easy because y'all go home. I was there.
I was like 7 years old with this grown man, just bam, 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 and
No, but the thing is though, like what's wild is, like I said, that was my dad, like for real, like especially when my parents were together, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of things he would do. But it worked. Just like his teams worked, and you know what I'm saying, he dominated the way he did on the field. Like, you look at me and my sister, hell, not even just that. You look at my cousin. Like I really think like his presence, and I had them to have some of them tell me that like his presence, kind of kept us in the straight and narrow, for the most part. So yeah, man, like my dad was he didn't, especially at that time. He don't kind of grandfathered out now. You know what I mean? Like he don't got grandfather age, so his bite or his bark not as loud as it used to be. But it definitely came into play, and he was. Trust me, I got them same lessons, bro, in house.
No, I'm grateful for him. Going through him, I was like, yo, this guy's the devil. But but like looking back at it, like and like what I got out of it, and even the fact that I still remember that to this day as like an experience that I went through, got through, and got better because of. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I remember stuff like that, and it's valuable. And his teams were very dominant. Like they were, they were scrubbing everybody up. Like they were not playing around.
Yeah, bro. Like that was like it was funny because when I started coaching, like I had to face like his legacy. Like it was cats that see me and be like, "Oh, it's Coach Nate's son." Like, yo, bro, I'm volunteering. It's my first year. Relax. Like, no, it's Coach Nate's son. I'm like, bro, nah, chill, bro. But you know what I'm saying? Eventually, but I did have, I ain't gonna front, I did have that jumping board. And it's kind of cool now because like I just saw this one kid that was on my team, and I guess he won like basketball player of the year for like his district over there in Ricketts. Shout out to Kamari. And not say I got anything to do with that, or just a little piece, because he was on one of my better teams. But it was like those lessons that I imparted, you know what I'm saying, on the kids I coached, that was from him. And those same lessons, not just that he imparted on his teams, but he just imparted to me as a son. So, yeah, man, I'm grateful for my pops, man. Straight up. I need to call him. Right. Dad, if you're watching, I may call you after this because we're doing this live.
You should.
Yeah. I'm horrible at calling my parents, man. I ain't gonna front.
I am too. I am too. I'm not even going to broadcast how bad I am about it because I don't want.
We're horrible son.
I don't want people to look at your show different either because it's just that bad. Like they look at the whole network different. So
yeah, no, I trust me. If you guys think it's that bad, it's that bad. It's that bad. I'm pretty sure people probably look at it crazy, like, but you guys are so loving with each other when you guys are together. It was like, yeah, we are. I love my parents.
Right.
I don't talk to them every day or every week or maybe every month.
My mom has this thing. She'd be like, look, I've spent 18 years with y'all. I raised y'all. Y'all are living your own life now, and I'm living mine. So, you know, if I talk to my mom twice a month, she's cool. Like she's straight. Yeah. If I would have called my mom every day, she'd be like, why are you calling me so much?
I can see that. Yeah. I can see that. I think the same thing on my pops. He was like, you all right? But I think too, like I said, with us, like I can't. Well, I don't talk to nobody. That's the thing too, because I know I would be talking for like. It's certain people I know the conversation is gonna be forever in the day, and it's just like you gotta have energy to do that. So, yeah, especially with my parents, like we would be on the phone for like an hour and a half, and so I gotta have energy for that. So, yeah.
So, I got a question.
Go ahead.
So when we transition to what you have for us to talk about, and I'm editing this, do you want me to cut the last 20 minutes out?
No, we keeping all this. I want all my content. Hold up. The Pat just tell them, are you cutting my content, bro? Hold up.
I'm not. You know I would ask you before I cut something. I might cut an arm or ooh.
I appreciate that. That's appreciated. Oh, no, I just did it. Did it again. But no. Now I'm going to talk meter because I'm going to keep away from saying But no. Like I have a good bad memory. So if you were to do it, like I can tell you anything that happened in 1996. The podcast I recorded last night, I don't remember saying that. You can cut that out and I wouldn't even pick up on it. So
nah, I don't touch nobody's stuff without asking them first.
No, it's all good. I trust you, bro.
Joe, I dice Joe shit up.
No, you need to do that. Yeah, Joe deserves everything that comes to him with his little sheep face. You better hope I don't learn how to do Photoshop. It's gonna be a problem. Anyway, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the next couple of songs, and then we're gonna come back and have like a real interview. The abridged version of what I thought the interview was gonna be.
This is a real interview. I've been interviewing you. I got you to talk about your dad, your childhood. Hey, man.
Jedi mind tricks. Pat would do. I'll let y'all know Pat is the smartest guy I know. Sorry, Marlon. Newborn. Napier too. Both of y'all. Sorry, guys.
Yo, I like Marlon Napier is that dude, though. I didn't interact with him a lot in high school, but I was real good friends with Jarvis, his little brother. His little brother looked up to him so much that I looked up to him too.
Yeah.
So Marlon was like this mythical figure when I was in high school.
No, Marlon is a mythical figure, dog. I'm still trying to figure out how to really get on a Florida State football team.
Hey, right, and then that made it even better. Like when he went to Florida State and was playing, like actually in the game.
Right.
Like, yo.
I love my bro. That's my dog. Like, I've been my dog since like what 86. Like, I've known Marlon longer than my wife been alive, bro. But like, it was wild to be like, what? Oh yeah, I'll kill all my relationships. My dad gonna be mad. My Uncle Marty gonna be mad. Marlon Napier gonna be like, "What you mean you was surprised for me to get on the football team?" It was surprising, bro. I'm sorry. I was not prepared.
No, it is because look, this is for me. This is why I was surprising with Marlon, right? Because Marlon is all of like 5'4".
Thank you.
5. Like he's a short guy, but he's not little. Like he's stocky.
Yeah,
but he's short.
Right.
And when you think about like football players, you think about like just like massive human beings, and you see Marlon. And he not that, but then you see him on the TV on the field running people over and dominating and doing what he was doing, and it's like, yo. And then Jarvis would be like, this was Jarvis. Jarvis would be like, yeah, Pat, you pretty fast, but you ain't faster than me though. Or yeah, Erling, you can sing, but you can't sing better than me though. Right? Yeah, blah blah blah. You this, but you ain't better than me at that. And then when you would bring up Marlon, he would be like, that's the only person that's better than me at life is my big brother. And so as a underclassman hearing that from an upperclassman about somebody else, it was just like, yo, this dude must be like second coming.
No, Marlon is amazing. And like, that's what it is. He may not be big in as far as height goes, but when it comes down to his heart and his belief in himself, he got that. And I've always admired that about him, even when we were like little kids. So, yo, man, shout out to my bro.
Yeah.
You know, he's the reason why I got scars on my knee. Pause. Yo, let me get to the next try. Let me get to weird. Yeah. Not enough people's gonna hear that joke. That was crazy. Anyway, what we got? My man Dennis Hobbs featuring OK Jordan with Too Much. I'm too much right now, and which is gonna be on his new album, The Bright Side. Should be dropping soon. And then I got my man M3 again, like I said, doing the Catch My Vibe tour with 94. And then we're gonna be right back with my man Pat, my cousin Pat. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby? Boom, 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 and we back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. It's your boy Enigma September, and I know I caught Pat in a very awkward situation. Anyway, this is what you just heard was Dennis Hobbs featuring OK Jordan with Too Much, and my man M3 with 94. And we're gonna try to do a real interview now after
Let's get it.
In the first half. So, Mr. Irvine, can you explain to the people how you came up with the vision to create Freedom Train Radio and the Freedom Train Network?
Yeah, so it's really back when I used to work with this organization, this group of people called Urban Intellectuals, UI. They're a pretty big Facebook group now, over 1 million likes, and they're doing big things, and I'm really happy for everybody over there. But when I was working with them, this was like 6-7 years ago. We had an idea about creating Freedom or UI radio station, and so we created the structure, the outline, and all of that for UI Radio. We actually had a number of shows that got up and running. I think we, in total, maybe had like 6 or 7 shows up and running on UI Radio, and it was actually like, you know, there are some podcast videos, some videos up on YouTube that I think are still up. And we were doing everything through free conference call at the time because it was free, and they provided better quality than Blog Talk Radio, and it was free. And at the time, free conference call had a radio feature and a wall feature that allowed you to customize your wall, and people could go to your wall and listen to the conversations live without actually having to like call in. And they had a chat feature and a whole bunch of other features on there. So if you maneuvered it right, you could actually treat it like an internet radio show, an internet radio station. So Joe and I were one of the first shows because we were having these conversations. I think, you know, and Joe talked about it when you talked to him. We still, like, before actually I came on, all the way up until like 6:20, Joe and I were talking to Professor Carlton Jones. So, but anyways, we would have these long 2, 3, 4 hour conversations about everything from why Jesus' breath stink to how the devil clean his toenails. Like, it would just be like crazy stuff, right? So it was like, yo, that's it. Yeah. So we would, it was kind of like, yo, we already having these conversations. I was writing books, Joe was doing certain things, and we were both trying to build an audience at the time. So it was like, why not record the conversations and make a podcast out of it, and then it'll be another content to draw people into the web of material that we provide. And so that was really the start of the Freedom Train. We called the show the Freedom Train Podcast, and it was just a podcast. Like, and we was just chilling. We was content to just record the conversations and put them out, and this, that, and the third. And then UI Radio shut down. But the Freedom Train Podcast kept going. And so, you know, from there, it was just like, all right, well, we were seeing that our numbers for the podcast were growing, but we were also, you know, kind of feeling empowered by having a voice. And for me, anyways, it was just, hey, let's expand on this, because we don't have a lot of Black media outlets, especially in that time. You're talking about 2014, 2015. You don't have a lot of Black media outlets in this podcast space. That's like independent. There was a lot of people on Blog Talk, but I always felt like Blog Talk was, not always, but once I started looking into it, Blog Talk is an inferior product, and you can't really say what you want to say on Blog Talk. Like, they'll hem your stuff up.
I'm not mad at any shots going at Blog Talk. That's where the original Enigma Sept Hour was stationed at. So yeah, any shots going at Blog Talk, I'm here for it. Go ahead. So bro.
And you know, bit of history there. I was on the Enigma Sept original show back when I was rapping. But that's a separate conversation. But yeah, so it was just like, hey, let's take this thing that we've built, this podcast, and let's make it a network where we can help other people have a voice and feel that type of empowerment that we feel. But at the same time, let's give a voice to the community that doesn't have a prominent voice that they can own, because a lot of the media outlets at the time, and even to this day, they were Black in face and in voice, but they were controlled by white entities. So with this, it was, so that's where it was. That's where the vision came from my end. Never had no expectation that it will blow up. You know, it was because at the end of the day, all of that sounds good and it sounds great, but we were still just having conversations, recording them and putting them out. Like, and we really weren't even checking our numbers for the first maybe year or so. we didn't really. I personally, I don't know if Joe did. I didn't even really give a damn if anybody was listening or not. Like that wasn't what I was doing it for.
Right.
Like I didn't care. And even to this day, I know we track numbers now, so we know that we're doing well and we have people listening. I still really don't care if people are listening or not. When in terms of am I going to continue to do a show? Am I still am I enjoying doing the show? Yes, then I'm gonna do it. So that's that. That's not to confuse it with like you do want people to listen.
Yeah, you care about the content, you care about sharing it, but you're not focused on the numbers and trying to be number one. You just want to give the content, and whoever gets it gets it. And that's really with anything. Right. That's when things typically work, when you just put it out there, and the people, if you build it, they will come. Basically.
So that for me, anyways, that's where the whole Freedom Train thing came from, and even now it's kind of a central idea to what we do. Is kind of trying to find better ways to give Black people a voice, and not just, you know, and it's not just about Black people that agree with us either, because Joe and I are both pretty heavy pro-Black, and we've had shows on the network at times from people that weren't pro-Black at all, that were all lives matter type Black people. We've had shows from people that, you know, just really felt like racism was not really a thing. Now, these people didn't necessarily express it in their shows. That's what I know from talking to them. But even if they had chose to express that in their show, the goal of the network is to give, you know, Black people a voice, and all of the different voices that Black people have are valid. I don't have to like them. I don't have to agree with them. And behind closed doors, I might call you up after the show and be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? That's the dumbest shit ever. But I'm not going to block the show from coming out. Like, that's another voice. Say what you got to say. And I think that's one of the things I think that continues to make the network good, in my opinion, is even though you see a lot of other people coming out with Black networks now, and I stand on my block by saying we're the first podcast network directory, because in 2014, Black people, it wasn't no directories cooking like we was cooking. But anyways, it's some people that's passed us by now, but they weren't cooking like we was cooking back then. But they all of those networks, they kind of got a message with everything they produce. It might be different topics, but it all feel the same. And in my opinion, you come on the Freedom Train Network, things are kind of coming to a space now where there's kind of a theme, but that wasn't intentional. That's just because all of us kind of are aligned with the way we think about certain things. But it's still a network where you might hear, like Joe will interview somebody on the Freedom Train podcast series that might not be on that pro-Black stuff. Matter of fact, he did like a couple of those interviews last year with Black folk that wasn't on that pro-Black stuff. And we still put the interview out. We still promoted it. We still celebrate those people and what they do. Because, you know, it's just about giving the voice to the people.
It's not about trying to, you know, put people in a box, but you're doing it for the love of those people, not for the love of what you do or what you think they believe in. And that's important. I think just outside of podcasting, I think that's just important as far as viewing Black people, period. You know what I mean? We people are always saying we're not monolithic, and it's true. So, you know, you have to respect, you know, the Barack Obamas and the Clarence Thomases. Hardly, but still, because Clarence Thomas is Black. Like, nah.
I mean, you don't have to respect, or you don't have to like it or agree with it. But you know what I'm saying? You in certain situations, you have to respect
the fact that
the ability to the ability to the courage to have the thought and present it, or the ability to achieve certain things, or the ability to go certain direct. Like you have to. So you know what I'm saying? But that goes back into a lot of conversations we have about our ability to absorb messages, you know, swallow the meat, spit out the bones, and all of these other sayings we got, which is admittedly very difficult to do. But that, I think that's one of the things the network tries to do. We try to show Black people that it's possible to have conversations and connections with people that you have a differing opinion on with regards to race and social matters. You know, some of the people I talk to regular are hardcore conservatives. They're Black, they're conservatives. We talk about politics. We don't shy away from it, but we can respect each other's opinions enough. And sometimes, you know, even to that, respect look different. You know, my respect in some of their opinions might be to tell them they full of shit.
Right.
You know, but I respect you and being full of shit.
That's what it is. That's what all of the crap, man. And I don't want to get into the politics, but I would say that, like, I think what's lacking in a lot of conversations today is just lack of respect, point blank. But to keep it moving, because again, especially on politics, I know we can be here all day, literally. I got one quick question, and then we probably gonna bust a move after this question. So are you ready, Mr. Irvine?
Word.
Okay. On Freedom Train Network, what is? I would say who? What is your favorite podcast?
You know, I like them all. They're all my children. I love them all.
No! I'm not giving away this PR crap. Patrick Jackson with an X.
I'll say this. All of the shows are good.
Word.
All of the Shelby's World is good. Like, all of the shows are good. I would say your shows typically cause me to think more than the other shows that I listen to, and Joe's shows are entertaining, probably more entertaining than any of the other shows on the network. So that would be how I would categorize it. Like, so your shows, especially when you're talking about news and current events and stuff like that,
right?
They cause me to see things from a different perspective. And then when I'm listening to Joe's show, The Fix, that's to me, I don't even follow sports like that. Right. And I still listen to that show because Joe is entertaining as hell.
Right.
There ain't no way around it. So if I had, yeah, right. You know, I'm that dude that you see butt naked in your mama's bedroom. You know, like, Joe, what are you doing? Like, my mom is listening to this show.
Yeah.
But so it's hard for me to like pick in terms of like my absolute favorite. But I will say that, you know, like, your shows tend to make me think more than the other shows do, and Joe's shows are just very entertaining. So
that's disrespectful, dog. I'll be trying to do the opposite. I will hope that Joe will make you think this on the shoulder's ass. And that would be God dang. Ain't how people think.
On the Shoulders of Giants, and I done talked to Joe about this. I feel like On the Shoulders of Giants is an introductory series introducing these people to people that have never heard of them. Most of the people that he's profiled, I've heard of. And so the information he's giving, like I said, is very much an introductory piece. Like, it's like I'm gonna skim over these people in like 10 minutes or less. And so that's why those shows aren't really like, they aren't for me. You know what I'm saying? They're for somebody. They're just not for me.
Nah, they for me. I mean, me and Joe talked about it last episode. I'm a history buff, but then also too, like, no, it'd be some people I'd be like who? Napoleon the Third did what? like, oh, well, okay. You know they did that in Brazil. So
I give Joe all the credit in the world for creating the On the Shoulder the Giant series, though. And I give him even more credit because I actually wrote one of those shows for him, and I got to actually see the work that goes into producing those little short 5-10 minute skits that he does.
Right.
That's a tremendous amount of work for 5 minutes of content. So I give that brother all the respect in the world for that. And he's been doing it for years.
Right. That's like the Joe, man. That's why we crack jokes. My man really putting in work. And my man Pat really putting in work. Yo, man, look here. I gotta say this though. I feel bad because I know you are truly an enigma. Give you my name. We'll pick something else. You leprechaun. So
hey, I was talking real spicy about birthdays last show. Yeah. I
don't care. I ain't racist. I'm Irish anyway. According to my Uncle Ronnie. Hey, you the one, Uncle Ronnie? Oh, I got to remember on Facebook, but yeah, you the one did a little in industry DNA. Yeah, Irish and our heritage. I'm like, all right, I'm still black. But yeah, March 17 babies, man.
Hey,
Shelby.
Got me, you got Shelby, you got Clarissa Shields, the greatest woman boxer of all times, the WOT.
Yo, yeah, see the WOT.
She calls herself the WOT.
Nah, let's get you off this podcast. That's horrible. The I'm about to say Shelby do sound like a name for a redhead white chick with freckles.
Oh yeah. See, you getting every time just keep on digging, bro. Put the shovel down, bro.
Yeah. Nah, Shelby gonna find me for real. Yo, she kind of chastised me on the episode she was on. Like, what the world? She was like, you better be talking about your cousin business like that. Like, relax, man. Got me feeling like my mama putting me down. Anyway, I feel bad because I didn't have any information on the banner, but those listening to the podcast is going to be in the description. Those on YouTube also too will be in the description. But if you can run down just a few of your contacts so they can find you, sir.
You can find me on YouTube. The show will be coming back out. I had to get some dental work done, so that's why I haven't put out a show in March. Mm-hmm. And I usually take February's off, but I was having some real problems so the last 2 or 3 months I've really been going through some issues.
Yeah.
So the show is going to be coming back out. If not this week, it'll be next week. I've already got the shows mapped out, written out. I just got to record them. So you can find me on YouTube at Blackness Lives /Blackness Lives, or you can find me on the Freedom Train Podcast Network, the YouTube page, or the other thing. You can find me at thepatrickurban.com. That's where you can buy the books. You can buy you can take a look at some of the other stuff I got going on. Not a lot is on there, I'm gonna be honest. You could just if you like to look at me, you can go and look at me on there.
All right, Teddy.
Yeah. Which, hey, but like I really am a dart worker, right? And I need this is why it's hard to I do a lot of stuff, but I'm behind the scenes with most of it. I'm still getting comfortable with being recognized.
Yeah.
So so as far as reaching me it's just hard to do because I don't necessarily want to be reached.
You are
but
Enigma March. It just don't roll off the tongue like that, but essentially.
But yeah, I mean, we got a lot going on though. In addition to the podcast, we got the book out, the audio books out. We got another book that's coming down the pike. You know, I'm working with several different organizations and with regards to producing content, educational content. We got the homeschooling thing that we're doing here. There's a lady that I work with here um, named Kristen Jackson, who, you know, has essentially started her own school. So we're doing, you know, we're doing that, and that's virtual. So those of you that are looking for something virtual to get your kids in that's educational, you should definitely look up homeschooling footprints. They're doing really good stuff, and it's not just for homeschoolers. Public schoolers can get involved in that as well. She does tutoring and stuff like that. We got a virtual Boy Scout troop that we're doing because of the pandemic. So, you know, if you guys are interested in that, Boy Scout got it's a lot of perks to being in the Boy Scout, especially if you go all the way through and get your Eagle Scout. And we're all black, so you know that you ain't got to worry about that other stuff. But yeah, there's a lot. there's, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff happening, and a lot of stuff that's going to continue to happen. So, you know, if people really want to support me, like I said, they could go get the book, they could check out the podcast, and they can send their prayers and their energy. Because more than anything, like I really appreciate like nice thoughts. Like you don't even have to verbalize them or vocalize them or anything like that. Just thinking nice thoughts about a lot of the work that's being done in the community. And chances are good that those nice thoughts, that energy that's being created will reach me in something that I'm doing. But again, I'm just even that felt slimy, right? Like broadcasting, even that little bit, like didn't that feel kind of like greasy?
Nah,
right?
that was great, bro. That was great, and that's real. That's real. Like positive thoughts, affirmations, all that stuff, man. Nah.
So also quick shout out to PAX. Y'all definitely go to PAX, www.pactsinc.org, paxinc.org. They are the nonprofit that Joe and I are basically doing what we do with them. Professor Carlton Jones is involved in that as well. And we got a lot of big things coming up in PAX as well. So you can go to the PAX website. You can find PAX on Facebook, and you know, like there's a lot of things coming down. This year is going to be a bigger year for PAX because 2020 was a pretty good year as well. So we got office space and all of that. So we cooking, we doing big things here. You know what I'm talking about? We ain't with the little kids out there in the yard. No, we in the building. You know what I'm talking about?
All right. Well, you're gonna be in the building for a minute, sir, because you have to edit all of this audio just to let you know. So go ahead.
No, it's only been this ain't your longest show. We at what, like an hour and a half?
Plus the songs. But yeah, this I think I had like an hour 45.
You did, and then you had a 1 or 2 that was close to 2 hours.
Yeah, was it the round table joint?
It was the round table. I think was more than 2 hours.
Probably, yeah. That's we still didn't get through everything with that one. I didn't do that one again though. But anyway, no, we
should. That was a good show.
Yeah, but we gonna wrap this thing up because somebody may want to go get dinner. And I know they probably like wrap it up.
Yo, if you ain't listening to the show to the end, fight me. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
Now you want to cry about abuse.
Somebody caught her outside.
So apparently at Old Boy Ranch.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't be famous anymore. All right, little girl. Anyway, we're gonna get up out of here. So actually, oddly enough, Pat said we kind of come together and it's not really a common theme, but the whole month of March has been a common thing. I've been interviewing everybody on Freedom Train Radio. So shouts out to Cliff, shouts out to Shelby and Candace, shouts out to Joe, and shouts out to Pat. And next week we will go back to regular guests. and I already got a couple lined up, so it should be pretty dope. Other than that, you guys make sure hit me up all socials. Let me know that you've been listening. If you vibe to any of the music, let me know so I can tell the artists that you vibing to their music as well. Shouts out to Ashton Martin. Go check out his joint. And yeah, that's about it, baby. Felicia, I love you. Thank you for everything you've done. Mackenzie, your daddy loves you. And you're my heart. You're my light. So without further ado, I am done. Mama, I love you too. Happy birthday.
Call your daddy.
Thank you. I have to call my daddy. That's weird. Anyway, let me go. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby.